I'm Shelby Conley. I've been practicing acupuncture for over 20 years, and I'm the owner of 5 Elements Living Retreat Center in upstate New York. Each week, I'll take you on a journey from the heart of the city into rural hidden areas to discover various healing art centers and wellness experiences that will encourage you to live as well as possible. Let's shift your focus to see how these healing modalities are becoming the new medicine. Join me en route to the alternative. Emma, thank you for taking the time to meet with us today. It's wonderful to even just drive down and get the whole experience as you're driving down. It isn't a surprise. You get to see little bits as you pull in. Yeah. And then we went into the main camp that has the beautiful bar. Yeah. And then she told us where breakfast is served. Actually, I was listening to her tell some more guests that you have coming in. So I was, so I'm behind them going, oh, and they're probably thinking, she's talking to us. So it was great, and the bartender was set. He looked sharp and beautiful standing there.
Nice. Great.
Yeah. So what brought on the idea to create something so luxurious?
Yeah, so the idea to start Firelight Camps, it was actually born around the campfire. So Bobby, my husband, and I are both outdoor lovers and rock climbers. I was an outdoor guide during college, and we were sitting around the fire with a group of friends. Some were new, some were old, and different generations, and we're just remarking on how everyone was off their phones and connected, telling stories, looking at the stars, and that was the nugget that we wanted to build Firelight around, this experience of connecting with yourself, with each other, and with the natural world around you. And that kind of inspired this idea of, why don't we create a hotel out of tents, which will get people closer to nature. We can have that campfire experience, but we'll give them that comfort and hospitality service that people crave when they're going outdoors.
Yes, and I think you say right on there, you don't have to pack a lot.
Exactly.
That's a huge one.
Huge.
People don't have the gear.
No.
They love the idea of going, but boy, do they really want to make the investment for one time a year?
Exactly. At the end of the day, our main market are baby boomers and urban millennials. So both people who are trying to get back to nature. For baby boomers, it's often people who used to camp and it's nostalgic, but they just don't want to go through the hassle of setting it up. Yes. And for the urban millennials, it's the younger people who want to get outside, but they don't want to invest in all the gear for one trip a year. So show up and it's all here and ready for you, including a bar and someone starting your campfire.
Oh, absolutely. And the baby boomers, I mean, some of them, they don't want to sleep on the ground.
No, exactly.
They would like the fresh air and the experience of campfire, but their bodies can't take it.
Yeah, they don't want to be in the woods. They don't, they want to take a hot shower. So.
And they want to leave quietly. They want to get in their vehicles and not go home and wash everything.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
So I was noticing that because you're in Ithaca, New York, that it's definitely seasonal.
Yes.
You're not all year round. So what is it like to do the setup and the teardown?
So we are open from mid-May to the end of October. And every year we pack everything up, everything that you see, and put it in shipping containers. Our employees are seasonal, so every season we get such a stellar group of people and they become our family, and so it's a really hard thing to say goodbye at the end of the year, and we always try and get people to come back. What's interesting is during the season we have very low turnover compared to other hospitality industry companies, hotels, restaurants, etc. And we've started to see, almost every season we get a few people returning. It's not just about, do you know how to camp? It's really the hospitality, like you said. Yeah. That's a very big deal, making everybody feel comfortable and welcome. Yeah. At the beginning of every season there's a 2-day mandatory staff training. And in those 2 days we try to cover bartending for people who've never been behind a bar, how to start a campfire, how to serve breakfast, which includes food safety, how to take reservations using our complex reservation system, customer service on the phone. I mean, there is such a range of skills that our staff learns, and it's really challenging trying to pack it all in. So most of the training is on the job with myself and my husband and our management team, Greg and Elaine. Yes. Cool. I mean, glamping is so new in the U.S., but glamping is so old in other parts of the world, and including how people live. For the bedroom communities, there's nomadic communities where this is their lifestyle. They set up tents and that's how they live. But safari culture is old and very focused on comfort in the wild. So I think, the fact that our country is just tuning into it is exciting because it's a whole new experience for travel and just unplugging in general.
Oh, absolutely.
So the guests that come to Firelight Camps are mostly coming from New York City, New Jersey, Philadelphia area, and then Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo. We do have some people from Ithaca who come for a staycation and surrounding area, but for most people this is actually a very new experience for them, including the type of food that we serve and the wild foraging hikes and sleeping outside. A lot of our guests have never slept outside. So it is like what we try to offer is this experience of adventure and education in a way around the flavors, the sounds, the how to prepare, how to pack to keep warm if it's going to be chilly. I think that Firelight has thrived in Ithaca because Ithaca as a community really gets it. They understand it, and it's part of the reason we were able to open so quickly. Even the food program is pretty light, and we partner with people in our community to offer wild foraging hikes, to offer wine tours, hot air balloon rides. So we're really bringing in everyone else to provide, to enhance the experience.
That matters.
Instead of trying to do it all ourselves.
So what other programs? I saw that you had a yoga retreats.
Yeah.
Does anybody do any corporate retreats? I'm just trying to think of what else, who else would come here as well?
Yeah, so we have, in addition to the guests that come regularly, we do a lot of weddings, a lot of yoga retreats, and then there are corporate groups and meetings. There's less of them, but we'd like to do more. And usually when they come, it's experiential. And during the weekend, they take them out kayaking on the lake and doing a wine tour. People use this as a canvas for all sorts of different experiences.
Oh, yes, because they're trying to get creative.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's really coming out of the same corporate ballroom in a hotel where there's no light and there's no fresh air. It's usually, even if it's hot out, it's freezing in the space. So here, it's this natural being, and it really brings out, I think, the natural part of people in general.
It's a bonding experience.
Oh, absolutely.
So in addition to a fully furnished tent, we also have a bathhouse with hot showers and flushing toilets.
Hot showers, that's a big deal.
Hot showers, and which is very attractive for people. We also include breakfast, so it's a Continental Breakfast, and we try really hard to source everything from the region. We work with a distributor called Regional Access and several other just direct relationships with vendors. We also have an event space for people who want to rent it for parties and just for groups to spill over into lots of board games and lawn games and a bocce ball court. A trailhead leading right off the property, so that's huge for people. They don't have to get in their car and go anywhere. They can just go hiking in these beautiful gorges. And then once they're back in their tent, there's these beautiful lanterns that we have from Bare Bones that you can actually charge your phone with them, and different light settings, so it creates a really nice ambiance and leaves you without any light. So I'm a self-taught chef, and my cooking has been evolving, and starting Firelight Camps was actually the place where I realized what my style of cooking was, which is really this elevated outdoor campfire experience and creating food that still draws on the local flavors from where you are. So much camping food is processed, shortcuts, and dehydrated food, so what I really try to do is bring fresh flavors into that experience. The way that I'm doing that here at Firelight, with what limited cooking space we have, which is really the campfire, we don't have a kitchen, is developing products that are campfire friendly or trail friendly that we can have other people produce off-site. So we work with bakeries to co-pack our granola, our s'more kits, and we also have our own coffee, which comes from our friend's farm in Nicaragua when we were living down there.
Perfect connection.
Exactly. What's interesting about Firelight is that, it's this husband-wife, we're a husband-wife team, and we both have these very different passions that fuse together so beautifully. So for me, it's the food and marketing and relationship building side. For my husband, it's the business, finances, and investor side. And so we both kind of feed that out in different ways and in different spheres. For people coming here, it's very much about the experience that I can have with them and interacting around the fire and cooking.
I'm not much of a camper, but this I could get used to. Join us next time as we meet new people, eat great food, and find holistic adventures. And for outtakes and extended viewing footage, or if you have a space that's unique to the health and wellness field that you'd like us to film, take a look at enroutetothealternative.com.